The northern lights dance across the night sky, a breathtaking spectacle of color and light. This is Canada, a land of vast wilderness and rich history. From the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific, under the iconic maple leaf flag, lies a story of exploration, conflict, unity, and cultural diversity. This is a journey through time, from the first inhabitants who walked these lands thousands of years ago to the vibrant multicultural nation we know today. It is a story of resilience, adaptation, and the enduring spirit of the people who call Canada home.
Long before European ships arrived, the land we now call Canada was home to a rich tapestry of indigenous cultures. These first peoples had been living on this land for thousands of years, developing intricate societies and ways of life that were deeply connected to the natural world around them. Indigenous peoples thrived across the diverse landscapes of what is now Canada. From the lush forests and vast plains to the icy expanses of the Arctic, they adapted to their environments with remarkable ingenuity and resilience. From the Inuit of the Arctic, who mastered the art of survival in one of the harshest climates on Earth, to the First Nations of the forests and plains, who developed sophisticated systems of governance and trade, each group developed unique cultures and traditions. Their art, music, and spiritual practices were expressions of their deep connection to the land and their ancestors. They lived in harmony with nature, relying on its bounty for sustenance and survival. Fishing, foraging, and hunting were not just means of obtaining food, but also integral parts of their cultural identity and community life. These first peoples had their own complex social structures, spiritual beliefs, and stories passed down through generations. Elders played a crucial role in educating the young, ensuring that knowledge and traditions were preserved. Their deep connection to the land and its resources shaped their way of life for centuries. They built their homes, tools, and clothing from the materials provided by their environment, demonstrating a profound understanding of sustainable living. The arrival of Europeans would forever alter the course of their history. The initial encounters were marked by curiosity and exchange, but soon gave way to conflict and profound change. The impact of European colonization on Indigenous cultures was immense, leading to a legacy that continues to shape Canada today.
The 16th century brought European explorers seeking new opportunities.
The French, led by Jacques Cartier, claimed lands along the St. Lawrence River. They called it New France.
The British, with explorers like John Cabot, laid claim to territories further south and along the Atlantic coast.
The arrival of these European powers sparked a rivalry for control of the fur trade and territorial dominance. This clash of empires led to conflicts, including the pivotal 7 Years' War, which reshaped the political landscape of North America. In the wake of the 7 Years' War, France ceded much of its North American territory to Britain. This monumental shift in territorial control was formalized with the Treaty of Paris in 1763, which marked the end of French colonial ambitions in the region. The British now controlled vast expanses of land, setting the stage for significant changes in the political landscape of North America. This shift in power set the stage for the birth of a new nation. British settlers began to establish communities, and the seeds of a distinct Canadian identity were sown. The early settlements were characterized by a mix of British and French influences, which would later play a crucial role in shaping the cultural fabric of Canada. In 1867, through a process known as Confederation, several British colonies united. This historic event was the result of years of negotiations and meetings among the leaders of these colonies, who are now known as the Fathers of Confederation. Their vision was to create a unified and self-governing entity that could stand strong in the face of external threats and internal challenges. These colonies were Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and the province of Canada. Each of these regions brought its own unique strengths and challenges to the table, and their union was seen as a way to pool resources and create a more robust political and economic structure. The province of Canada, which would later be divided into Ontario and Quebec, was particularly significant. This division allowed for better representation and governance of the distinct English-speaking and French-speaking populations within the province. The creation of Ontario and Quebec was a crucial step in addressing the diverse needs and aspirations of these communities. This union, driven by political and economic factors, marked a turning point. The leaders of the Confederation movement recognized that a united front was essential for economic stability and growth. They believed that by coming together, they could create a stronger economy, improve infrastructure, and enhance trade both within the new nation and with external partners. Canada was no longer a collection of separate colonies. It was now a unified entity with a shared vision and purpose. The sense of national identity began to take root, and the new dominion started to develop its own symbols, traditions, and institutions that reflected its unique character. It was a self-governing dominion within the British Empire. This status provided Canada with a significant degree of autonomy while still maintaining a connection to the British Crown. The new government structures allowed Canadians to make decisions that were in their best interests, paving the way for future growth and development. It embarked on a path of westward expansion, extending its reach from coast to coast. This expansion was driven by the desire to access new resources, create new opportunities for settlement, and establish a presence across the vast North American continent. The construction of railways and other infrastructure projects played a crucial role in connecting the different regions of the new nation, fostering a sense of unity and shared destiny. Section 5. A growing nation, expansion and development. The late 19th and early 20th century saw Canada grow rapidly. The Canadian Pacific Railway, a ribbon of steel, connected the country from east to west. This feat of engineering opened up the west to settlement and fueled economic growth. Immigrants from around the world flocked to Canada, seeking new opportunities and contributing to its cultural fabric. Cities like Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver grew into bustling centers of commerce and industry. Section 6. Standing tall Canada on the world stage. When the First World War erupted in 1914, Canada, still a young nation, answered the call. Despite its relatively small population, the country mobilized quickly, sending thousands of troops overseas. The war effort was a significant undertaking for Canada, marking its first major involvement in an international conflict. The sense of duty and patriotism was palpable as men from all walks of life enlisted to serve their country. Canadian soldiers fought bravely in Europe, demonstrating their commitment to the Allied cause. They endured harsh conditions in the trenches, facing relentless enemy fire and the constant threat of gas attacks. Their resilience and determination were evident in every battle they fought. The Canadian Expeditionary Force earned a reputation for being a formidable and reliable unit, contributing significantly to the overall war effort. The Battle of Vimy Ridge, a defining moment in Canadian military history, showcased their courage and sacrifice. This battle, fought in April 1917, saw Canadian forces successfully capture a strategically important ridge from the Germans. The victory came at a high cost, with thousands of Canadian soldiers losing their lives. However, it was a pivotal moment that fostered a sense of national pride and unity, and it is often regarded as a key event in the development of Canada's national identity. In the Second World War, Canada once again stood with its allies. The country had grown and matured since the First World War, and its contributions were even more substantial. Canada played a crucial role in various theaters of the war, from the beaches of Normandy to the skies over Europe. The Canadian military was involved in numerous key operations, demonstrating their strategic importance and the bravery of their soldiers. It played a vital role in the Battle of the Atlantic and the liberation of Europe. The Royal Canadian Navy was instrumental in protecting convoys from German U-boats, ensuring that vital supplies reached Allied forces. On land, Canadian troops were among the first to enter and liberate occupied towns, bringing hope and freedom to countless civilians. Their efforts were widely recognized and appreciated by the international community. These experiences on the world stage solidified Canada's reputation as a courageous and dedicated member of the international community. The sacrifices made by Canadian soldiers in both world wars left an indelible mark on the nation's history. In the years that followed, Canada continued to play an active role in global affairs, participating in peacekeeping missions and supporting international efforts to promote peace and stability. This legacy of service and commitment to global peace remains a cornerstone of Canada's identity on the world stage. Section 7. Peacekeepers and diplomats, Canada's global contributions. Following the devastation of the Second World War, Canada emerged as a strong advocate for peace and diplomacy. It played a key role in the founding of the United Nations and has been a consistent contributor to UN peacekeeping missions around the world.
From the Suez Crisis to conflicts in Africa and the Balkans, Canadian peacekeepers have earned a reputation for their impartiality and commitment to resolving conflicts peacefully. Canada's diplomatic efforts continue to focus on promoting human rights, democracy, and international cooperation.
Section 8. The Canadian Mosaic embracing diversity and multiculturalism. Canada has long been a destination for immigrants from around the world. In the latter half of the 20th century, the country adopted official policies of multiculturalism, embracing the diversity of its population.
From coast to coast, Canadian cities are a tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions. This multicultural mosaic is a source of strength and pride for Canadians. It reflects the country's values of inclusivity and tolerance.
Section 9. A proud legacy, a bright future. From its ancient Indigenous roots to its modern multicultural identity, Canada has journeyed through centuries of change and transformation. It has faced challenges and celebrated triumphs, always striving to live up to its values of peace, fairness, and opportunity for all. As Canada looks to the future, it can draw strength from its rich history and the contributions of its diverse population. Did you know Canada almost joined the United States? Yes or no? Let me know what you think.